Warning, this video contains a man wearing a wolf mask and a silly outfit. Watch with caution. I'm just hanging out in my cave since the end of Everton's last performance of the season, the 2-2 to Tottenham. I felt it was time to slumber, that my job was done, that we were going to go into the transfer window, we were going to buy all these players, we were going to get rid of all the deadwood, and I was going to wake up at the start of the season, end of August, nice and ready for the new season. So I watched on my iPhone X in my cave where I get good service. You like my cave? Do you like my cave? Right here? Right there? That's where I drink from. Oh, and over here? Right here. That's where I sleep. Anyways, so woke up, fresh, full. Just found myself a kill, And way to Crystal Palace. And it's a 0-0 crap game. But we say a point is a good point away. It's a clean sheet. We didn't concede. Our defense was great. We just need to work on the offensive side of the ball. We need to be more creative. We need to be more explosive. We need to take more risks. Didn't help that Morgan Schneiderlin got sent off. Didn't help that Andre Gomez was injured. Whole bunch of things didn't really work out. First game of the season, so we'll just pass that off. We're going to Watford, back at Goodison Park. Flags are flying. Originals doing their thing. Sirens whirring around. Z cars boom, 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 boom. And then we barely squeak by Watford. It's not the greatest performance, but it's 3 points. 4 points from 6. And then we say, oh, here goes. We play Friday Night Football. Live on Sky Sports. Live on American channels like NBC Sports Gold and other ones like that. It's all around the world. The world's watching. What else is there to watch on a Friday night, I say? You could go out with your missus or your significant other and go catch a movie. Popcorn, soda, pop. All that good stuff. You could go out and play some pool. You could do 1,000 different things with your evening. However, us proud Evertonians stay home. Watch the game under the lights at Villa Park. Back in the Premier League for the first time in a long time. Former European champions of Europe. Back when we were winning leagues, they were winning European championships. We've both fallen so far, but we're both on the rise again. Aston Villa looking to stay in the top flight and not automatically go, but not get pushed back down after all the money spent, after all the creative and wonderful players they've got, great head coach, all that good stuff. They don't want to go back down. Crowds behind them. Haven't seen Premier League football in a couple of seasons. Lost to Tottenham, but who doesn't do that? Harry Kane just decided to show up and just bang in a couple of goals. Bournemouth, decent result at the end of the day. Probably could have gone other ways if Heaton hadn't given away the penalty kick in the first 2 minutes. So the stage is set. Everton, undefeated, haven't conceded a goal all season. Defensive looking solid. Only thing is the offensive side of the ball. But we can squeeze out a result, right, guys? We can do that. Keep the crowd, keep those people silent. Attack, 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 attack. Get on them, tackle, boom, pass the ball quickly, get into offensive positions, fast, flowing game. And for the first 15 or 20 minutes, that was exactly what we were doing. But then all of a sudden, warning signs started flashing. We noticed then that Andre Gomez, Senor Sexy Gomez, is having an absolutely shit game. First touch, abysmal. Range of passing, shit. Let's just say that. Decision making, tackling, all that stuff. Andre Gomez just does not have it. He doesn't have Ghana Gay playing alongside of him anymore, so he has to do some of the dirty work, some of the hard work, some of the grafting by his lonesome for this time, because obviously Morgan Schneiderlin missed the sending off. Back in the team, should be proving a point, doesn't prove anything, proves why Ghana's a miss, proves why Gabarin was brought in, proves why I don't know why Tom Davis doesn't play. Who knows about that? But the midfield's getting overrun. They've got Grealish in there. They've got McGinn in there. They've got, Carlos Diaz in there. Their midfield looked a lot better than ours. And that's when things started to flash. And all of a sudden, a whole sequence of shit events happen. Ball comes into Bernard. Does he try and take a first touch that just goes abysmally away from him? Does he try to knock it in front of him so he can see 180 degrees in front of him and pick a pass to Richie, pick a pass to Sigurdsson, maybe Dominic Calvert-Lewin if he's in some position, and Luca Dean bombing down the outside, so there's lots of options there if he gets that ball just out of his feet, gets the turn and end, but no, it's way overhit, we lose possession, we're tracking back, and all of a sudden their player turns. He turns away, he faces his own goalkeeper, he waves at his goalkeeper, he holds it up, and all of a sudden, in comes Andre Gomez for the unnecessary challenge, gives the ball away, gives possession away, and then what do we do then? Do we get back in our defensive position right away? No, we just kind of half-ass it back. Bernard stood around, like, what's going on? And Gomez is just flicking his hair back and all this is all coming off. And he's flicking his hair back, wondering what's going on, what he's going to have to eat tonight. And all of a sudden, boom! Aston Villa are away. They play it behind Gomez in front of Bernardo, who is still protesting and doing all that stuff. Luca Dean's too far away. The centre half's too far away. So the player comes on 5 yards. He comes on 10 yards. He takes it all of 15 yards and he looks up and he sees Seamus Coleman and Michael Keane are marking Wesley. So what does he do? He plays the ball. Nice weighted pass into there. Seamus lets him go. Keane lets him go in front of him. Mina lets him run in behind him. And it's a goal for Aston Villa. Their first shot on target. Their first touch inside the box that game. Bam, 1-0. And what do? Do we come out and we start giving it all this? No. Side to side. Mina to Dean. Dean to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin to Gomez. Gomez to Coleman, and then we repeat, and then by all that time Aston Villa just walking around, I can get back, and they get back in their defensive position, they're ready to go, and the midfield's all set and ready to go, and the whole game's right in front of them, and what do? Same thing, pass to Coleman goes to Richarlison doesn't even try and get into the box, do anything like that. Seamus is always putting in crosses, but they're absolutely garbage shit crosses, except for the one where it comes inside, Morgan Schneiderlin, whoop, over the top, Seamus runs onto it. He could blast it in front of the goal, make the goalkeeper save it, make the goalkeeper parry it, possibly have them score an own goal with the ferocity of the ball in. But no, he looks up and he sees Dominic Calvert-Lewin, our number 9 on the back, baby, proud to wear the shirt. Young lad, come on leaps and bounds last season. Ball comes into the middle of the box. There's him on about the penalty spot. There's 3 players in the centre of the goal. There's one on the left side of Aston Villa's goal, and the whole right side of the goal is gaping. Didier Drogba, Lionel Messi, Kaká, doesn't matter, Eric Cantona, Van Nistelrooy, Fernando Torres, Luis Suarez, Harry Kane, Aguero, Balotelli, for fuck's sake, Mario Balotelli, why always me? Would have scored that, but no, not Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Right down the centre of the goal where there's 3 players. Just get a touch, lad. Just get it somewhere on target, lad, is what we say. Not good enough. And we've known it for a while. Yes, he's a great lad. Yes, he's come on leaps and bounds, but that is the problem. We need to score those chances. And then Wally Wanker, Theo Wankcott, decides that he's going to come on for Richarlison. Well, he doesn't decide. Marco Silva sends him on. And just like the week before where he goes whoop around Halavas and trying to put a great ball in, 3-on-2 in the box, all he used to do is put a nice curved ball. And the lad's been playing professional football for at least 12, 13 years. Played on the highest stages, played in World Cups, played in Champions League, played in Europa League, played in the Premier League. And then he bombs it over the bar into Rosette and it probably goes out for an away. And then today, ball in, comes out, 90th minute or so. Ball comes, Luca Dean heads it on. Alex Iwobi turns his man, gets in. Ken shouting for it. Me, give me the ball. And he plays the ball in. And Keane gets the ball, puts his foot on it, takes a look, over the shoulder, whoop, puts it into the box. Theo Walcott, 3 yards out, open goal, balloons it again. Wasted opportunities. We do not get that many opportunities in the game. Stat from the game, 12 shots, 1 on target. Aston Villa, 7 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals, and 1 save from Jordan Pickford. Aston Villa, promoted last season. Disgraceful. So now I've got to get all amped up. People have been asking, they've been getting it on the DMs. People have been sliding in the DMs. People have been sliding in the Mr. Archer comments. People have been sliding in the Patreon comments. Where's Mr. Archer? Oh, the Mr. Archer's cool. No, where's the wolf? We miss Archie the wolf. Where's the wolf mask? Well, guess what? Back, baby. Back with it. With the harsh truths that you all know, but you want to be positive. You want to have reinforcement. You want to trust in what's going on. I trust in that we're doing the same things we were doing last season. I trust that we're going to keep making bad tactical and personnel substitutions, bad decisions in starting lineups. Yes, we can't do much about it. Gone is gone, no one replaced. Goodbye and out. Weeks, maybe months. Picked up a thing in training. Schneiderlin can't cut it. Gomez not the same player without a Ghana gay person playing beside him. Gylfi Sigurdsson, and as the Mr. Archer says, Steamboat Siggy, I'm turning with the ball. Wants 5, 6, 7 touches. Always wants to have people wide open to make the pass. So we don't go through the middle because there's nothing to do going through the middle. Where's Gomez bombing on behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin and getting ahead of Sigurdsson? Where's Schneiderlin doing that? Where's Sigurdsson even trying to get ahead of Dominic Calvert-Lewin when he holds the ball up? Nope, not happening. Boring, one-dimensional, shit football. No bottle, no ambition, no pace in the passing, no pace in the play. What makes those players think that they could just show up and win a game against Aston Villa? What makes them think that next time when we play Wolves at home, that Wolves are just going to roll over? No one's going to roll over. It's the Premier League. People roll over for Manchester City. People roll over for Liverpool. That's because they are who they are. What are we? We're 7th best team in England most of the time. But then you got to throw Leicester into the equation, right? Then you got to throw Wolves into the equation, right? I want to see what happens when Wolves go to Villa Park. I want to see what happens when Leicester go to Villa Park. How they play, what they do. If their heads go down, and that was the step before the game too, right? Heard it all over the place. When Everton go down or losing at halftime, they have not won a game in 38. Make that 39 after today. So we go down a goal, and we go into halftime down a goal, or 2, or 3, or 78 goals. We lose, or we don't win. I think it was like 5 draws and like 33 losses going into halftime, 1-0 down, or a goal down, or having goals down, whatever it is. Absolutely fucking abysmal. Reminded me of when I was turning games off the last, when Allardyce was in the last part of his tenure at the club. Old gravy train. When we went 1-0 down to certain teams, like when we lost to Arsenal, what was it, like 5-2 or something? That first goal went in, bam, done. I'm going to go do something else. I'll go do laundry. I'll go wash the car. I'll go shopping with the missus. Doesn't matter to me. Mrs. Wolfie likes to do something. I don't want to sit there and waste my time watching absolute crap. I almost turned off the game after they scored that first goal. Because stats, history, all of that stuff says that we're not going to get into a game when that happens. Back into the game. You wanted it, you got it. It was absolutely shit. I give everybody a 4 out of 10. I thought Iwobi was good when he came on. I thought Ken was good when he came on. Those two have to start against Lincoln. And if no one gets injured, no one gets suspended, and they do decent, they start against Wolves for the next game. Stiggerson, get out. Okay, we have to change the formation. We have to change the way of doing things. We have to play people that look like they're not just one-dimensional fucking inanimate objects on the pitch. Okay? Iwobi looks like that. Pace, power, decision-making. Moise Ken, same thing. There's some stat that Iwobi has made more passes to more players in the 29, 23 or whatever minutes he was on in that one game than Gylfi Sigurdsson's had in all 3 of the games that he's played. Get out, Siggy! Get out! You're done! You're done out here, son! Anyways, that's what I would do. I don't care if you like this. Some people ask for the wolf. The wolf is back. But so the Mr. Archer will continue to do what he usually does. And then, when shit doesn't go our way, when results don't go the way I like, I'll wake up, I'll snarl, I'll growl, and I'll let you hear what I have to say. I'd wish you a good night, I'd wish you a good day, but I know you're not going to have a good weekend. It's embarrassing. You're going to watch all these other top teams, and all these other teams that spent money and high salary players and all this expectation, they're going to meet those expectations this weekend. They're going to do what they're supposed to do as a team. The managers are going to make right tactical decisions, make substitution decisions. Early, late, whenever. Good game management. You're going to see that from a whole bunch of teams this weekend. And you're going to be like, why can't we? But the answer is simple. Go back and watch that Aston Villa game again. Go back and watch the first 3 games. There's no difference in our tactics. There's no difference in our style. There's no difference in any of the deficiencies that we've shown since last season, into pre-season, into these games. There's no difference. I can go back to a game last season that I did, like the 1-0 loss to Watford, or the 3-2 loss to Newcastle, or some of the other games that we played. It's like it's on repeat. The boring, passing, one-dimensional games, the lack of creativity and the lack of ambition, the lack of drive, the lack of risk in our offensive play, the lack of shots on target, the lack of clinical finishing in the final third from players that should be doing better and should know better. Anyways, I'm sweating. I didn't want to come in this early in the season, but it's already had to be done. So now it's got to be for the rest of the season. I bid you farewell. And if you enjoyed this, great. If you didn't, you probably weren't going to enjoy it anyways. But I did put a warning at the start of this. So, anyways, like, subscribe if you're new.